Hey guys, it's the interview queen Alicia Atu here, and I would like to welcome you to a wrestling review by Alyx in Alyx's World. This is a safe space for wrestling fans to be just that, wrestling fans. So at this point in time, I have a favor to ask all of you. Be sure to hit that notification bell so anytime Alyx posts a brand new podcast, you'll get the alert and be able to check out the awesome content. And while we're at it, Alyx is trying to expand his brand. He has a pro wrestling tee store now, so also check that out and support him that way. Thank you so much for hanging with me, guys. This has been the Interview Queen. Now enjoy the videos.
Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's World.
That might have been my match of the year. I think, ladies and gentlemen, your boy Alyx, just Alyx, has his first official match of the year for 2020. Now, before this, Kota Ibushi versus Okada was my number one match of the year. Still might be, in a sense, because when you think about it, Gargano versus Ciampa was a cinematic. So, can I really say it was a match? We'll get to that in a second. But in terms of this being the closer of a 3-year-long feud since 2017. You could not have ended it in a more perfect manner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alyx's World. And this is my NXT review for April the 8th, 2020. These matches were taped and filmed weeks before because, as you know, during this pandemic, nothing can go live. It was supposedly 2 takeover matches. It was the 6 women's ladder match that was supposed to happen at NXT TakeOver Tampa. And then the final confrontation, Blackheart versus Rebel Heart. One final beat, Gargano versus Ciampa. Full 1-hour fight, including commercial breaks, but 1-hour fight. I thought the episode overall was great. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was outstanding. I loved it. If anything else, I loved this edition of NXT. It really gave me a feel of TakeOver. With commercial breaks, but TakeOver. I'm going to have a blast discussing that women's ladder match. And then I am going to talk about, in length, we're going to talk about the main event. The empty building. One final beat match. That's what it's dubbed. WWE billed it as one final beat between Gargano and Ciampa. The final match between the two. If you like what I have to say, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe, click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out for more NXT reviews. While you're at it, if you really want to help expand the brand, you can do a couple of things. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at VX1, Alyx's World. Also, give me a follow on Instagram. Check out the subreddit, The Wrestling Safe Space. Email me at just Alyx'sWorld@gmail.com. Buy yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. You got the old school Deluxe Man t-shirt for all you throwback fans. We also got the new school Alyx's World t-shirts. If you want some of that as well, get that all today with the link down below. But most importantly, don't forget to donate. Donate using PayPal, Patreon. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. Want to give a quick shout out to our Super Chat champion, Victor Velasco, who was crowned this past weekend at WrestleMania. His next title defense is SummerSlam 2020. So if you want this championship, your chance to get it is SummerSlam. How do you get it? Well, Victor will start from a clean slate at SummerSlam. You will have to out-donate, outbid, outperform Victor. Can you do it? We'll find out in August, hopefully in August. If this pandemic blows over and we get back to normal by August, we'll have SummerSlam. Let's give a quick shout out to the people in the live chat. Who's here in the live chat real quickly? Firestar Heart in the house. Deep Hack. CR7. Young Deku. 2500. Aaron Sherwood. Adam Ritter. Ultra Shadow 97. Y2 Jericho. Joseph Winters. Matthew Anktel. Let's see. Prince Star Rock. Prince Rockstar. I don't know why I keep saying Prince Star Rock. Sounds better. I like saying Prince Star Rock, but Prince Rockstar. We got Victor Velasco, Phantasmo. We got... Let me go back a little bit because we missed a couple. Cody Talks About Wrestling. What's up, Cody? We got Elias Ademi, Darth Vader, Alyx King. I love that name, Alyx. A great name. Nathaniel! Tavon Jameson. And let's do one more. Jet the Hawk. All right. And Sam People. All right. So if I don't say your names, not because I hate you. It's because I do really want to get to this review. I really love this edition of NXT. And I don't want to waste any more time with it. So let's kick things off with that NXT Women's Championship match. So it wasn't a Women's Championship match. It was a number one contendership. Felt like a Women's Championship match. It wasn't. It was the NXT number one contendership ladder match for the women's title. So a ladder match to determine the number one contender. It was a six women's match. It was Io Shirai, Dakota Kai, Tegan Nox. I have to pull up the rest of them. Mia Yim. Was it Chelsea Green and Candice LeRae? Yeah, there you go. I said it all right. Tegan Nox, Chelsea Green, Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Mia Yim. So I thought this match was awesome. I feel like a lot of these matches have the same kind of problem. It would be better if the crowd was there. This would have been an outstanding match in front of a crowd. But because, it was lacking that energy, it just didn't have that euphoric feel, if you know what I mean. This is the kind of match you should do in front of a big audience. But I did appreciate having Mauro Ranallo on commentary, which I didn't expect. I thought Mauro was like a Jim Ross kind of thing where, hey, we're going to have him take a break until this whole thing blows over and just have Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton do commentary for the rest of the NXT shows. But no, Byron came in. Byron was not in, thank God. Mauro came in and did at least the first half of the show for an hour. And it was good to have Mauro on commentary doing a Joey Styles, his best impression of Joey Styles being a one-man team. Really awesome. So what do I talk about when it comes to this match? They did a nice little story with Robert Stone and Chelsea Green. She got her leg trapped in a ladder midway through the match, and then Mia Yim freaking destroyed it with a steel chair, which left Chelsea Green one-legged, and then Robert Stone tried to pull James Ellsworth and get the briefcase for her, but then gets tossed off the ladder. Now, he didn't go full James Ellsworth and grab the briefcase. He basically tried to pull her up the ladder to help her climb and get the briefcase. But that was to no avail. We got some interference from Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Gonzalez. She's trying to help out Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai got hers because all her friends, Candice, Mia, and Tegan, were in this ring. Hey, remember when you turned on us in NXT TakeOver War Games? And Dakota was like, so about that, the fuck, and they beat her ass. They beat her ass down. That was fun. That was funny. Lots of crazy ladder spots that looked like it should have killed them. Io Shirai was flying all over the place. it was a fun match. It had a lot of crazy spots in there. Let's talk about the ending. So, after, of course, Stone and Chelsea get thrown to the outside, we see Io Shirai climb the ladder, grab the briefcase, and is your new #1 contender. She will be fighting Charlotte Flair for the NXT Women's title at a later date. By the way, first time it's ever happening in WWE. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, this was the opponent Io wanted to fight. When she first came to WWE, she said she wanted to fight Charlotte Flair. So she's getting her match here on NXT. That's gonna be a fucking awesome match to see. My mouth is watering. And personally, save it until TakeOver. Or until we do a live show. I don't want them to do this match in front of a no audience. That's just not going to work for me. No, do it when we get a live crowd back. Push it off. Do what you got to do. I know that doesn't seem favorable. You'll be okay. You'll be alright. Try to push this off until we can get a live audience again. Because that's an awesome match. That's too good to just do in front of an empty arena. Now, if we were to do the match, should we have Io win? That's the real question. Should Io win? I think she should. That's just me, but yeah, I think Io Shirai, for sure, would be a great opponent for Charlotte. They did do a recap of Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley, just like they did on Monday Night Raw. But after the match, they actually showed Rhea Ripley crying in tears because she lost to Charlotte. She says, "I don't need your pity. I know what I need to do." So the story, in case you guys haven't been keeping up with the news, the story behind why Rhea Ripley lost the title is that she had her visa expire. So she has to now go back to Australia and work through some issues to get the visa back on track. So we will not see Rhea Ripley for a while. Good, gives us a chance to miss her. Do the whole, all right, she took a big loss to Charlotte, and so now she has to go away, find herself, and come back better than ever. I like it. I think it was good to have her lose. Personally, it was good to have her lose and then come back better than ever. So if we're doing that story, maybe Charlotte doesn't lose the title to Io, and instead Charlotte keeps the belt until Rhea Ripley comes back. I don't know. I feel like Charlotte should lose the belt to Io, and then we just do Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair at the next pay-per-view or TakeOver. That's what I would do. But people are saying it's too early to take the belt off of Charlotte. No, why not? Charlotte isn't known for holding long reigns. I'm just saying, like, most of Charlotte's reigns lasted weeks, so why can't hers last weeks? What's the difference? So I would love to see what they do with that match, but let's just keep it off until we can get a crowd. But yeah, awesome match with Io being your new #1 contender. We see Imperium's attack on Finn Balor from 2 months ago. The Prince will address Walter's group and his future plans after this break. We come back from break. We see Finn taking a trip over to the UK. He defeats Alexander Wolf and, confronts Walter. So we're building into that match. Still don't know if that's for NXT TakeOver UK, which is held in, was that Ireland? Or whenever. It's NXT UK TakeOver. Or if it's happening at NXT TakeOver. Whatever show is happening at, I gotta see it. Finn Balor versus Walter. Walter! Sounds freaking amazing. Then we do this weird tag match. It's Malcolm Bevins, I think it's Malcolm Bevins, who I like, by the way. Just screams charisma. Love him as a manager. But this tag team, is it Indus Share? Close enough.
Charlotte got the title because of her looks. Vince loves blonde with enhanced bodies. I don't want to see her bury talent.
Well, she might have gotten the title because of her looks, which I'm not going to dispute. But Charlotte is great inside the ring. So, despite the bias, she makes it work. Like Trish Stratus got all that TV time because of her looks, because she's a blonde as well. But she's great inside the ring. Wasn't always great inside the ring, but she is. So I'm cool with it. That's just me. But thank you for the donation. And yes, it is Ireland. It's Dublin, Ireland. I like it. I like it. So getting back to this tag team, Indus Sher, I don't even know, like, where are they? I don't want to assume their ethnicity. It just feels like a rehash of Authors of Pain mixed with the Ascension. I've seen it too many times. I don't really feel this tag team. I feel nothing for it. Personally, I say scrap it. I'm already ready for them to scrap it. We put our boy Malcolm with someone else. Another legit tag team. Who is that? Who is the 7-foot tall wrestler they have? Forgot his name. Someone find it for me. He hasn't appeared on TV yet, but they have a 7-foot tall wrestler who's in the Performance Center right now. Find him a partner. And put those two together with Malcolm. I'd be for that. Otherwise, I'm not feeling it. Well, this new Ascension tag team beat Everrise, and there you go. Nothing else to say about that. Adam Cole cuts a pre-tape promo from poolside, so this is Adam Cole at his house. He claps for Velveteen Dream beating Roderick Strong, but the NXT champ says lightning won't strike twice. Dream isn't worthy of a shot at him, but if he's unlucky, one day Cole will wake up and decide to end an experience or shatter a spotlight. And that's undisputed. Good promo from Adam Cole. They tell us the main event is next. And I already talked about Rhea and Charlotte's promo package, and then Rhea basically crying. And then the final news is that a Cruiserweight tournament has been announced. So since the current Cruiserweight champ, Jordan Devlin, is unable to compete or defend his title because he's from the UK and they have a lockdown over there, he can't cross over to come and perform in the US of A. We now have to have an interim Cruiserweight champ. And we will be crowning that interim champ in the next few weeks. So, who do you want to be the new Cruiserweight champ, interim champ, in the meantime? And they're going to bring in people from Raw and SmackDown, I heard, to make this tournament feel great. Hey, I'm all for a Cruiserweight Classic. I am all for another Cruiserweight Classic. Let's do it. Might as well go with it. Might as well bring in Brian to commentate with Mauro. Go full on 2016 Cruiserweight Classic. Loved it, by the way. All right. Let's get to it. Main event of the evening. Blackheart versus Rebel Heart. One final beat. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. The final match. The final confrontation in an empty arena. We see Gargano pull up in a car, and Candice gets out of the passenger seat. She hands Gargano a bag. What's in the bag? I don't know. Well, I do, and if you watched it before, you do. But by this point, you're like, what the hell? What's in that bag? That's going to play into the match somehow. More than likely. So immediately, you already know, alright, this is being filmed differently. This is a cinematic. Yeah, they have music in the background. They have the presentation of a movie. It's a cinematic. Very Lucha Underground-esque. But once you get into the arena, and you see Triple H sitting in the middle with a chair, he has a referee, referee Drake, and he tells Gargano and Ciampa, when I leave this ring, all bets are off. This entire building, use it to your will. Use it to your liking. It is no disqualification, false count. Well, no, not false count anywhere. You got to put him inside the ring. But, hey, anything goes. When it's over, it's over. No more after this. First one to walk out is the winner. Now, not the first one to like actually walk out like steel cage. No, first one to walk out on his own 2 feet, as in you had to incapacitate your opponent. You win. Right? Sounds fair? Cool. Triple H leaves. The match begins. The worst part about this match, literally the worst part about this match, is the commercial breaks. Hate it. Hated the timing of these commercial breaks. Hate it. So I hope WWE has a plan to put the entire match with no commercial breaks on the network so I can go back and watch it from top to bottom. Because I do want to go back and watch this match from top to bottom. It was that good. Without commercial breaks. They beat the piss out of each other. Easily one of the best matches these two have had. I do love the fact that even though it was filmed like a cinematic, it was still a match. They literally still had a match with drama, and they were talking shit. That's one thing I loved about NXT cinematic. What I love about NXT cinematics, unlike the main roster ones, because they did Taker and AJ. NXT filmed Taker and AJ too. The wrestlers talk shit. You get a lot of character from the wrestlers, and I love that. Loved how this was produced. You forget, like, the one thing that you can do with me, even though it was a cinematic, about midway through, you forget it was a cinematic. It felt like a match. That was one of the things I love about Lucha Underground. Even though it was filmed like a cinematic, it felt like a match. So you didn't really care about it being a movie, essentially. No, it was a match. So Gargano and Ciampa, to me, even though it was filmed like a cinematic, it was a match. And it was just as good as their previous matches when you took out the commercials. You take out the commercials, it really does feel like it was one of their best performances. You got a lot of the playbacks to their previous feuds. They used the crutch. They talked about their families. Yeah, you saw Gargano bring up Ciampa's family, talking about how he's a terrible father, he's a terrible he's a terrible person, he's a terrible husband, and he's gonna do Willow a favor. Like, dude, you're an asshole. You're an asshole for that one. You saw them, playing up the Chicago street fight in 2018, where they took out the padding of the ring. You saw, and this was crazy. You saw Gargano take a freaking air raid crash off the top rope to the outside. No table. They did an air raid crash from the top rope on top of the turnbuckle to the outside of the ring. And they had no protection. They landed on the concrete. I was like, he broke his back. His back is broken. They continued the match, but I'm just like, your back is broken, sir. Your back is broken. We see Gargano attacking Ciampa's ALC and then going after his neck. The 2 injuries which he suffered. Thought that was really, really smart. I love this match for that alone. It actually rewards you for paying attention to their feud. So every little thing that they do has a purpose, has story behind it, which makes the match even stronger. Which is why, again, I don't like the fact that they had commercials in this. They should have. Look, I don't mind commercials in a 1 hour long match to kind of give it a break here and there, but can we not jam pack it and time it well to where we can get a break? So now they go to the outside. Oh, they didn't just go outside the ring. They went outside the arena. And they climb on top of they had a production truck there. And they start teasing where I'm going to toss you out the production truck and all that kind of stuff. And man, it was a nice callback to, I forgot when it happened. There was a point in time where Ciampa tossed Gargano off the stage, and then you see Ciampa do the wave on top of the production truck. Whenever the hell that was, whenever it was, wherever it was, that's what that was calling back to. That was nice. They get back inside the arena, and man, they just beat the piss out of each other, and it goes back and forth. It was wild. It was crazy. I'm just trying to remember what other story beats do we have. I want to catch all the story beats. And feel free, live chat, to kind of remind me what's going on here. People are talking about it being without an audience. Here's my thing. I actually thought it worked without an audience. This match worked because it was intimate. This match called for that intimate setting because you had the emotion, you had the story, you had the drama between the two. You didn't need a crowd. This fit with an empty arena. I actually believe this more with an empty arena. And they made it work. In my opinion, they made it work to their advantage. So we go back inside the arena, and now both men are down. The referee's out. Referee is knocked the hell out. By accident, but knocked the hell out. More table breaks, more crazy spots, more callbacks. Here comes Candice LeRae. Yeah, she left earlier, right? Nope. She came back. Candice enters, crying, looking distressed. She begs them to stop. And they stop as they were getting to their knees to brawl more. Candice asks Johnny, who is he? Who are you? And she looks at Ciampa and goes, are you happy? I hate my husband. I now hate my husband. Will you please finish this? She's telling Ciampa to finish it. End this. And she says, okay, if you're not going to end it, I will. Candice turns around, kicks Gargano in the nuts, and walks off. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. Now, those of you who live under a rock and don't watch the show, Candice and Johnny are married. They're married. So essentially, we saw the end of a relationship, the end of a marriage. So for a period of time, I was like, damn. That's deep. That's crazy. And then Ciampa is distraught. Now he's like, God damn it, I didn't want it to end like this. He feels sorry. Like, God damn. Okay, you're right. It's all my fault. You're right. Now he's talking to Johnny. I'm sorry. Because he just ended his marriage. His marriage is dead. And Ciampa is now taking the blame for all of it because he feels like he turned Johnny into a monster. He created this monster that is Johnny Gargano. He facilitated this dark rebel heart that we see before us. He created this monster. So as Johnny is, being helped up by Ciampa, who's trying to console him now, because this is the worst case scenario. He didn't want to end a marriage. Candice appears behind Ciampa and low blows him. So now I'm like, what is going on? So why did Candice low blow Ciampa? Like, whose side are you on? And then Johnny stands up, reaches in his pants. You know what's coming. Pulls out a cup. Him and Candice had this big Cheshire smile on their face, and I'm just like, that was fucking smart. Round of applause. Round of applause. That was brilliant. That was awesome. That was smart. I loved it. And then he hits the fairy tale ending on the exposed part of the ring. Beautiful. Beautiful. And Gargano pins on 1, 2, 3. And walks out on his own 2 feet. Gargano wins the war. Johnny Gargano wins the war. Now, overall, Gargano has beat Ciampa at NXT's Cruiserweight Classic. Then he beat him at New Orleans. And then Ciampa came back and beat him at Chicago. And then Last Man Standing. This is 3-2. Gargano wins the war. There you go. Gargano wins everything. That's it. No more Ciampa and Gargano. No more Ciampa and Gargano for now. But for NXT at least. That's it. And then we see Gargano leave. But, oh wait, there's more. As they're leaving, we see a black car stationed like an Easter egg. And I didn't see it at first. I have to go back and rewind it. But we see a black car stationed right behind Gargano and Candice. And inside that car, we see Scarlett. and Killer Kross. Looking like the devil incarnate. You see their silhouettes. You see their faces like half is black and the other is lit. It looked like the spawns of Satan. And they're just watching from a distance as Gargano and Candice leave. And the show ends there. Wow. So, yeah, thinking about it, and when it comes to WWE, this is my match of the year. This is the best WWE match we have. I don't know if it's the match of the year. I still kind of like Kota versus Okada better. Ibushi versus Okada. But definitely the best WWE match we've seen all year. Yeah, it is. This was phenomenal. The story was tight. It was the perfect ending to what I still think is one of the greatest feuds of all time in terms of WWE. It is easily one of the best well-told stories, and it ends in the most beautiful way it could end. Because let's be real, Ciampa got what he deserved. This all started because of Ciampa, and so it ended with Gargano being the hero of his story. Perfect ending. Perfect ending. So what happens next? Where do we go from here? Well, Killer Kross is on the horizon. Is he going to fight what looks like to be Gargano and Candice? Or is he going to fight Ciampa? I personally would love to see him fight Gargano and Candice. Do Scarlett and Killer Kross versus Gargano and Candice. And then perhaps do Ciampa after that. That's what I would do. That's just my opinion on the matter. I don't know about y'all, but that just seems to be the right thing to do there. But this was great. This was easily the best thing to come out of WWE in a while. But yeah, this is my match of the year. This is my match of the year for WWE. Loved it. Give me your thoughts. How y'all feel about this match? Taking it over to the live chat. Won't be up here too long. I am a little tired, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on this. Let's see. Whoa! I see that $50 super chat. Damn.
What we saw was not a happy ending, but it was a fitting ending. This was monster versus monster, and in the end, the bigger monster won. The most corrupted man won. NXT has fallen to darkness, and a greater evil looms. Come back, Sammy. We need you.
Wow. My boy. Luna Carver with the, well, it's not really $50. That's what is that? Canadian? What is that? Is that Australian or Canadian? Anyways, thank you so much for the donation, buddy. I agree. Like, it really wasn't a happy ending. It was monster versus monster, and the bigger monster won. In this case, the more calculating monster won. Gargano outsmarted Ciampa, played on his heart to get the victory. Still a beautiful, beautiful match. Wow. Aaron Sherwood talking about Victor ain't here. In case you guys don't know, Victor is, of course, the Super Chat champ. And Aaron wants to get his hands on him. Yo, Luna Carver, man. I appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. And it was Australian. All right, let us know how the situation with Rhea's going, by the way. Adam Ritter, is Gargano getting called up? If he is, he'll fight Killer Kross on his way out. If that's the case. When it comes to the women's division, NXT as blasts AEW right now. Yeah, NXT is killing in terms of the women's division. Because AEW still needs to do some work. But it'll get there. It'll get there. What do I think of Candice LeRae being a heel? Is she a heel? You notice that I didn't say she turned heel, right? Because when you think about it, let's be real. Ciampa deserved it. Are we just supposed to forget about what Ciampa did to Gargano? We're not gonna forget about that. No, Ciampa deserved it. He did. He did deserve it. He was an asshole to Gargano. And you don't just let that go. Let's see here. I was going to say AJ Styles. AJ Styles not here. Y2 Jericho. Honestly, the match was great and enjoyed it, although with its issues like the breaks and the finish being a bit cheesy. But I really hope this feud is done. Gargano Ciampa should be done for a break. Yeah, for a while it should. Yeah, the breaks. Like, I'm not even going to fault you for giving the match... for taking points off the match because of the break. They really should upload the match in its full, in its entirety on the network. Just upload it without breaks and then watch it. I guarantee you, it's still going to be match of the year in terms of WWE. TLB the Fly Guy, she has to be quarantined for 2 weeks when she goes back to Australia to fix her visa as well. Yeah, she's going to be gone for a while. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. So what's next for Ciampa since we are officially done with this feud? I want him to fight. Look, I know I said I wanted him to fight Killer Cross. We can do something before then, because if Killer Cross is going to be fighting Gargano and Candice, yeah, eventually he does have to get to Ciampa, which would be interesting. Cody Johnson, I finally got Disney parts. Cool, man. Janelle Jackson, do I think Taker is hanging up the boots? We'll see. Apparently that special on the network is supposed to be leading up to his final match. So we'll see. Jordan Williams, like I said, Gargano and Ciampa only fight 5 times, and everybody says it's stale, but Keith Lee and Dominic Dijakovic fight 10 million times. Now that's 10 quadrillion times, and everyone likes them to fight forever. Yeah, Ciampa and Gargano, they can fight as many times as they want. I don't care. You're right. You only fought 5 times. He need to calm down. People say I should have seen the Britt Baker match. I'll check it out. Right, I'll check out AEW after this live broadcast. TW Fly Guy, Chelsea Green is just something sexy. Hey, she's taken. That's Zach's woman. That's Zach's, but that's his. You back off. Like Liv Morgan is mine. You back off, sir. Firestar Heart, how do both men still stay in NXT after this? I guess one of them has to be called up, right? Carver. I think if either man gets called up, it should be Ciampa. This to me was a start of a heel run for Gargano if I ever saw one. Ciampa isn't going to the main roster. He even said if they move him to the main roster, he's going to retire. So more than likely, Ciampa will stay on NXT. Robert Jr., I'm afraid for Bianca Belair on the main roster. I am too. I am terrified for Bianca Belair. Adam Ritter, I'll date Dakota Kai or Liv Morgan. Hey, Dakota Kai, that's my side chick. Now, see, Liv Morgan is my woman. Dakota Kai is my side chick. So if you want Dakota Kai, you're going to have to ask me for permission first. I don't mean that at all. Anyways, let's see here. Volta to the main roster. Please don't. Jordan Williams, I repeat, do not watch that Britt Baker match. Now I have to watch it because she told me not to watch it. Martin Braun says, I will fight Evil for Io. Wait, who is Evil married to? Like, people keep telling me that he's married to Kyrie, and other people say he's married to Io. Who's he married to? Can I take Tegan Nox? You can take Tegan Nox. She ain't my type. She cute, but she not my type. Nathaniel, does anyone know what the kidnapping of Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde is all about? We'll find out. I'm very curious to see where that goes. Firestar Heart, if they tried that with Ciampa, he may retire from WWE, but I can almost bet he'd pick his wrestling career back up elsewhere. True. So Evil is married to Io Shirai. Who is Kairi Sane married to? Alright, let's do a couple more, then I'm going to get out of here because I'm tired. Thank you, Michael Walker. I appreciate that. Can we get Taker to repeat another cinematic masterpiece with an NXT superstar, please? Who? Gargano? Ciampa? I would love to see Ciampa versus Taker. Remember, Otis is my hero. If he can get a girl, we us guys can too. Aaron Shedwood, Keith Lee versus Dijakovic was the better match to me. All right, that can be your match of the year. What's up, Franklin? Liv Morgan and Toni Storm are my babies. So Kyrie saying he's not married to nobody. Well, I just got another side piece. So now I have two side pieces. Kyrie Sane and Dakota Kai. Liv Morgan's my woman. Suck it. All right. Let's do. Deepak says Walter versus Balor would be better than Gargano and Ciampa. We'll see about that. Excuse me. Nathaniel says Taker gets on NXT. Bye bye AEW. Oh, the ratings are gonna tank. That will probably do it. That will probably be the night NXT beats AEW if they get Taker. But that's the resources NXT has. It literally has access to every single legend in WWE that can wrestle. Ciampa does have history with Taker. He sure does. Let's see. You'll be my guy. Oh yeah. I'm tired. Britt Baker looked crazy with that blood coming down her face. Okay, I gotta see that match because everyone is saying that she busted herself open and she looked like a maniac. Last but not least, Sam 3, it's all good. I'll take the other Asian women. And with that synonymous, very eloquently put message by Sam, I'm going to end this broadcast. So thank you guys for watching. Give me your thoughts about the match down below. How did you feel about Gargano versus Ciampa? How did you feel about the ladders match? Where do you think this is going? Did you like the review? If you didn't like the review, screw you. No, I'm joking. Thank you for watching me anyways and making me a part of your day. I am tired. That's why I'm swaying from my left to my right. I'm going to bed. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a great day. Wash your hands and stay safe. This is Alyx. Just Alyx signing off right here in Alyx's World. Peace.